It's the morning of May 19th, 2022. As you can tell in my voice, I literally just woke up. And I wanted to address some of the crazy comments that I woke up to, because these fucking perverts think their words matter. One of them had said something about me calling my ex-husband while he was at work, threatening to hurt my child. That's not what the fuck happened. I would call him incessantly at work because of my psychiatric medications. I wasn't feeling well at all. I never placed my child in harm's way at all, ever. So when I called him and told him I need somebody to watch her so that I can rest, I'm not doing good, I feel like shit, and I would cry, and I told him, like, I'm just gonna leave her, in the room by herself then, and that wasn't like me. So this was all after the fact that his family physically assaulted me. If you don't understand that that's what happens to people, and they're drained, and they're tired, and they didn't call to threaten their child's life, they called to get help from their fucking husband, who was a piece of shit, and didn't monitor, didn't bother to, not monitor, but watch the child here and there. So there I was, a new mother, had been physically assaulted by his family, was dealing with the sexual trauma that I was raised around, didn't have the therapy that I needed, and what did he do? Ignored me, constantly. So he chose his work over his family. But then when he got enough money, because I was the one paying out of pocket for all the needs that we had, it's very true, he didn't have to pay a dime for any of those articles or belongings that I listed toward, what you need for a child, like a crib. He didn't pay for it. Bassinet, didn't pay for it. None of it. So the fact of it is you're defending someone that lied about everything. And how dare you? How fucking dare you to presume that you would take the words of this manipulative monster? He even told me that he didn't believe in the constructs of marriage. And then he turned around and got married to someone else. That is the flat, and then also too, to leave me with 2 loaded guns after deeming me disabled, mentally disabled. So you tell me, what does this really look like? And somebody said, why don't you get off the internet? Why don't you get off the fucking internet? This is my only means of reaching out before I end up hurting myself, and that's what the fucking point of this was. To share my life story with the daughter that was removed from me under the words and manipulative lies of all these other fucking people. And here I am trying to survive. I'm trying to share with everyone, this is how you live when people will fuck with your life. This is how you live when you're trying to stay away from toxic people. So somebody said something like, yes, or something about I'm homeless by choice. I already disclosed that in one of my videos. I need a home, but I'm not going to go back to my fucking toxic family. And in actuality, you're just trying to get information from me that I've already disclosed. I don't give a fuck. I don't. That's why I call everything out. That's why I put myself in fucking danger. That's just for that fucking reason. All of this shit. You all are trash for talking down to me. You all are trash for stealing my child. You all are trash for believing all these fucking manipulative monsters. So for everyone out there that's like, she looks like she's trying to help you, straight into a fucking straitjacket again, because all she wants to do is physically harm me because she's on fucking pills and alcohol. Do you not see how it's miswritten in the fucking text? Her final text back to me? Do you not see the difference in the way her wording is? She is not stable. And the fact that she reaches out to try to lure me back into her life after all the abuse, do you not see how much gaslighting that is? How much gaslighting that is? Do you not see how much gaslighting I lived through already? And that's why I don't have my child, because that crazy bitch signed the fucking papers over for my kid. That bitch. So don't tell me that I should have to go back to this woman after she told me everything's going to be fine. Brandon's going to take care of the baby, and he's never going to hurt you. He promised he loves you. Well, that didn't happen, bitch, did it? So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about because you're a goddamn alcoholic pillhead. And I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of you people siding with these monsters. Then that makes you a fucking monster. That makes you fucking nothing to me, you piece of shit. Let's just put it that way. Why don't people get on the actual truth? Why don't they actually harp about things that matter? This shit doesn't matter. And some asshole was trying to tell me about Russia too. Russia didn't kick out McDonald's. And then he went and retracted all of that. He deleted his own comment because he said he noticed that actually Starbucks and Pepsi and Coca-Cola are leaving too. All toxic companies. Interesting. All companies with toxins in their products. And they all of a sudden are leaving as well. And I disclosed that on my video about people trying to realize what true health is, what benefits behind things. And I'm living proof of that too. If you avoid, I don't drink soda. Every once in a while I will, but not name brands or anything like that. And when I do, it's only a sip here and there because it burns. So carbonated water and everything's not good for us. And I realize that. Every additive. Even with the coffee that I had yesterday. Like, I know the difference is when I've got certain additives in my system. And people need to start manning up and realizing it with themselves. These crazies that keep commenting. They're over there fucking hopped up on sugar and shit. Hopped up on this and that. Hopped up on caffeine. Hopped up on, you know, their energy drinks. All this and that. These toxic things. And it's like, good for you, people. That makes you crazy. That means your comments mean nothing. That means you're part of that end of the spectrum that needs help. Because you don't have any self-discipline to stay away from animal products. You have no self-discipline to stay away from those additives, those, you know, artificial substances that are detrimental to our brain and chemical makeup. And you drink alcohol and you take psychiatric medications. No, you're on that end of the spectrum that I don't give a shit about. That's why your comments get deleted. Because you're irrelevant. You are literally going to get wiped off the face of the earth. And I try to explain that to people. You're not going to last long. And either that, you're going to end up with a fucking cancer or something like that. And also around your electronics for too long, you're going to end up with all kinds of your brain's going to get fried. And I'm not even joking about that. The blue light that comes from that manipulates our mind. That's why I didn't make a video last night before crying about my mom being fucking psychotic. I didn't make a video of myself crying last night before bed because I realized, I was like, Leticia, don't fucking worry about that bitch. She's fucking crazy. Just block her and don't worry about anybody else and their stupid comments by the time, you know, you wake up. So yeah, I slept for 8 hours straight and I feel much better, but I don't feel better because nobody is seeing why I need justice in this situation. No one is seeing why I was manipulated. Instead, they are not piecing together the facts. I was abused. I was submissive because I was told that I had to keep my mouth shut, even when I was a child, and throughout the divorce and everything too. That's what I had learned growing up, is that I needed to be, you know, hush-hush about everything, and then I would get what I wanted. And then I'm like, no, thank you. If that's how you guys play your games, if that's how you need to be initiated into a family or whatever, to keep secrets that are, you know, deadly secrets, as well as just like dangerous secrets, and no, you're not my family then. You're not a part of God's family either. You're a part of whatever satanic cult you're you know, come from. And so I don't understand why people think I care. Like, are you okay? I care for your psychological well-being. You're obviously sick. You're obviously mentally ill. You know that, right? For forcing me to believe something that's not true. You're going to get your fucking karma. I'm not even fucking playing. Oh, you're puppy killing again? Oh, somebody's out there killing puppies again. They don't know the real me. They don't realize that any puppy will come up to me and any fucking random fucking stray animals. If I were actually a puppy killer in that way, if I were actually a psychopath, nothing would come near me. But apparently I'm not that crazy, bitch. That's why you got a fucking video yesterday of me playing with a random stray cat. If you want to help, send donations. Then I'll be able to get my fucking medicine, and then I won't act like this. If not, I don't give a fuck. And you'll get your karma either way for talking shit to a disabled citizen, because that makes you look like fucking trash. You realize that, right? Like, you're literally looking like trash right now for hurting someone that's already hurt. That's not the way to live a life. So people are like, I have a life. I've got a home. I've got a car. I've got a baby. I've got all this. I've got kids that are trash. All of it's trash. If you're talking trash about other people, that means that you're not happy in your fucking life. And I would rather, like, on live stream, kill the baby right in front of everyone so that you understand what the fuck you mean to me and what the fuck your words mean to me. So, bet. I've already disclosed where I'm at. Why don't you call the police? Why don't you tell them I've threatened my baby again? The baby that was supposed to be aborted months ago that I saved. But then, of course, how am I supposed to save it without a fucking place to live? How the fuck am I supposed to save it when I have nothing, no resources? And I sure as fuck am not going to work. No, there's no goddamn way. Everybody's like, no, no, I'm not capable. You want me to spit in your fucking food? You want me to blow the fucking entire building up? Because I fucking will do that. Because that'll be alright. Because it seems like that's what you're pushing everybody toward. Insanity. All this crazy shit on here. You people look so stupid. You know that, right? Said, that's my image. You're stealing my image. And if I ever had the fucking money, which I'll never have the fucking money, I don't give a fuck. Money is trash. Money is disgusting. I'm not seeking money in this realm. Hello, everybody. I don't know if you're real or not, so I don't really approach the comments like that. I don't know if you're real humans. I don't know if you're real people. I don't know if that, you know, God most definitely doesn't exist. If I'm suffering like this, there is no God. My child has the fucking chemistry of a fucking psychopath, and my family has those types of genetics. And yet I'm not that way, so hopefully this baby would be fine. I don't think it's going to be fine. I don't. I think it's going to end up with some shit, like some fucked up health issues because of it. and all of this stress that I've been under during this pregnancy, I think you should be able to abort it up until the day it's born. Like, honestly, chop it up and pull it out of me. Like, really, the father doesn't want it. The government doesn't want it. Nobody wants it in society except for some crazy people that want to raise somebody else's child. That's deranged. Go find somebody that cares. I'm not going to adopt it out to you. I'd rather chop it up and put it in a cardboard box and go take it somewhere. No, it's not going to anybody else. It's going back to God. So, where he belongs. So, whatever anybody presumes, they're crazy.